What's up, guys? It's Corbin here from AcousticWorld.net, and today I wanted to talk to you about 5 underrated guitarists you need to be listening to, or that you need to know if you don't know them already. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious if you recognize any of these people. Or if they're all completely new to you. I'm curious to hear from you. But, anyways, these are people that I think do an amazing job on the guitar, but they're kind of guitarists, if that makes sense. So a lot of times only guitar players will have heard of these people, and oftentimes even then they go unnoticed by a lot of guitarists. So jumping right into it, the first player I would recommend to you is Jimmy Herring. Like the fish herring. But Jimmy played in this sort of experimental band called the Aquarium Rescue Unit. Colonel Bruce Hampton and the Aquarium Rescue Unit. A lot of the stuff is really out there and kind of experimental, but if you're into fusion and like blues rock, I think you'll really like it. Particularly their live albums. They actually might all be live albums. But anyways, all of that stuff is crazy. You can also look up what was the he played in a band called Jazz is Dead, where they covered Grateful Dead songs, but I think they did all instrumental versions. And again, they give kind of a fusion feel with lots of like extended guitar solos and stuff like that. And then lastly, Jimmy, I don't know if he's still a member of Widespread Panic, but Widespread Panic is another, actually a pretty underrated jam band that he was a member of for at least a pretty long time. I don't know if he still tours with them, but that's another way you can listen to his music. He also just has, I think, the Jimmy Herring Band, but all of his solos are incredible. If you want to hear one just really quickly, just search Jimmy Herring, Matt's Funk, like Matt, the name. Those are really good. But yeah, highly recommend you check out Jimmy Herring's stuff. It's pretty much all electric, but really like soulful playing. And a lot of it lately, there's this really interesting song he did called Aberdeen, and Jimmy is friends with Derek Trucks, and you can hear that he's really trying to emulate the sound of like a slide guitar, even though he plays with his fingers, and he does a really amazing job of it. So he's someone that you can really expand your playing and learn a lot just from listening to his stuff. So check out Jimmy Herring. The next thing I would say is Al Demiola is a good one to check out. And if you're going to listen to his stuff, I would recommend, there's this album, I think it's just called The Guitar Album, with Al Demiola, John McLaughlin, and Paco de Lucia. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. But it's kind of this, again, kind of blends like flamenco, jazz, and blues, I guess, together in this, and it's mostly acoustic or classical style playing, but just really amazing stuff. The three of them just trade solos seamlessly. So yeah, look up Al Di Meola, the guitar album, and it'll open up a lot of doors for you. So the third one, I imagine a lot of guitarists have heard of this guy, but they don't know about his acoustic music necessarily. And so this would be Buckethead, who is kind of, Buckethead gets pigeonholed a lot as like a shredder, because he is an amazing shredder, but he also is like a really talented songwriter and has done a lot of like very, I don't want to say minimalistic because it sounds like diminutive, but a lot of like simple yet beautiful acoustic compositions. So, stuff like For Mom or Watching the Boats with My Dad is another one. I have a whole actual write-up actually on Buckethead's best acoustic music, so if you just search Acoustic World, Buckethead. It should come up, and I talk about his best acoustic albums and his best acoustic songs. So if you're looking for that, I would definitely encourage you to check that out, because a lot of people just listen to like Jordan or Soothsayer, which are both amazing songs, but that doesn't really give you the full essence of Buckethead, because he's actually one of the most prolific like musical artists probably ever. Like, he's released dozens of albums, and a lot of people don't know that about him, so check that out for sure. So number 4 guitarist that most people don't know of would be Bill Nelson from Bebop Deluxe. And I actually did 2 videos so far where I broke down his solos for Adventures in a Yorkshire Landscape. And if you haven't listened to the live version of that song, I would really encourage you to check it out. I think it's an awesome song, but also awesome solo. And again, he's got his own unique style of playing where he blends lots of more traditional blues lines, but works in descending arpeggios and lots of unique legato lines that are completely his own. So check out Bill Nelson. And lastly, for all the bluegrass lovers, well, bluegrass lovers will actually know who this is. It's everyone else who probably doesn't, but this is Norman Blake. And Norman is kind of like, even the people who appreciate him as a flat picker aren't necessarily aware of how many awesome songs he's written. So and this is because a lot of his best music has been covered by other people, so they get credit for it. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, it just means that he's somewhat underrated, which is why he's on this list. So stuff like Church Street Blues is actually a Norman Blake song. Slow Train Through Georgia, Randall Collins, he's got some other ones that I'm forgetting, but he's a really prolific songwriter, and so I recommend looking into the stuff that he's done by himself. And also he's released the albums that he did with Tony Rice. I think they're just called Blake and Rice, are really amazing too. But the other really good Norman Blake album is Back from Sulphur Springs, I think it's called, or Home from Sulphur Springs. And that has some good instrumental tracks, but also songs that he wrote on there too. So those are the 5 I would say, guys. So Jimmy Herring, Al Demiola, Buckethead, Bill Nelson, and Norman Blake, all extremely different guitarists. But, you know, that's good for keeping yourself open-minded and flexible and inspired to learn new things on the guitar. So check these guys out. I guarantee you, I'd be surprised if you've heard of all 5 of them. So let me know in the comments if you have. And also like and subscribe and learn more at acousticworld.net. As always, you can get chords tabs, video lessons for 100 of the best songs to learn on guitar if you go to acousticworld.net/songs, or I'll have links in the below where you can do that too, and I'll send that over to you. But like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.